What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into some of the craziest Babana skin concepts out there. Babana honestly has one of the most creative horror communities right now, because every time new skin concepts appears, people somehow manage to make the killer look even more scary than before. Recently, a lot of players started talking about several fan-made concepts that completely changed the look and atmosphere of killer like Springtrap, Mimic, and Lifty. And some of these honestly look good enough to become official skins. What makes these concepts special is that they're not just simple recolors or outfit swaps. Most of them completely redesigned the killer while still keeping the original feeling of the character. And that is why people are getting so excited about them. One of the biggest concepts recently was the Scrap Trap inspired Springtrap skin. And honestly, it looks terrifying. Instead of making Springtrap look stronger or cleaner, the concept makes him look old, damaged, and barely functional. The suit is torn apart almost everywhere, wires are hanging out from the body, and the face looks almost skeletal. The broken ears and thin body shape makes the character feel unstable, like the animatronic could fall apart at any moment but somehow still keeps moving. That is what makes the design so creepy, because it feels less like a machine and more like something dead trapped inside metal. If this skin ever becomes official, the atmosphere could be amazing, because they could add scarping metal sounds, twitching animations, glowing eyes in dark rooms, and loose wires dragging behind the characters while he walks. Small details like that would make the killer feel way scarier during gameplay. Another concept that became very popular is the minor version of Mimic, and this one is honestly one of the most unique ideas the community has made so far. The design turns Mimic into this creepy underground worker with a gas mask, glowing goggles, giant boots, and a massive drill arm. This industrial style works perfectly for horror because the character feels cold, mysterious, and dangerous. The drill arm is probably the best detail because it changes the silhouette of the killer completely, making the design instantly recognizable even from far away. The reason this concept fits Mimic so well is because Mimic already feels like a character that can adapt into different forms, so transforming him into a strange mining creature actually feels believable. The atmosphere of the skin also feels very strong because underground horror is actually scary for many people. Dark tunnels, heavy footsteps, metal sounds, and echoing breathing noises all create tension, and this concept captures that feeling perfectly. The deep sea diver version of Mimic might honestly be the most atmospheric concept out of all of them because the underwater horror theme works incredibly well. The giant old diving helmet, rusted metal body, glowing eyes, and heavy design make the character feel mysterious and terrifying at the same time. The skin looks like it's something that spent years at the bottom of the ocean before finally returning to the surface. The reason underwater horror is so effective is because people naturally fear deep water and the unknown things hidden inside it. And this concept uses that fear perfectly. Imagine hearing dripping water sounds, bubbling audio, and slow heavy footsteps while this thing walks toward you in the dark hallways. The glowing helmet alone makes the skin feel creepy because you cannot fully see what is inside. This concept honestly feels less like a fan art and more like a real legendary cosmetic that could exist in the actual game. The marionette-inspired Lefty skin is another concept that recently started getting lots of attention, and this one feels creepy in a completely different way compared to the others, because it focuses more on puppet horror. The long stripped limbs, stretched body shape, exposed wires, and frozen smile make a character feel unnatural and uncomfortable to look at. Puppets are already creepy for many people because they move almost like humans while still feeling lifeless. And this skin uses that exact fear perfectly. The body proportions look wrong on purpose, which creates this strange and uncanny feeling every time you look at the design. If the skin ever became official, the animations could make it even scarier because the character could move with twitching puppet motions, slow head tilts, and jerky arm movement. Even standing still could look creepy if the developers fully learned into the puppet horror style. What makes all these concepts so exciting is that they show how much potential Bye Bye Dye has for the future cosmetics. Instead of making basic skins, the community is creating full horror redesign that completely change the atmosphere of the killers. Some focus on decay and destruction, some focus on introductory horror, and others focus on psychological horror through movement and body language. That variety is what makes the concepts feel fresh and interesting. If the developers continue listening to the community and creating skins with this level of creativity, Bye Bye Dye could eventually become known for having some of the best horror cosmetics in multiplayer gaming. If you found this video interesting or helpful, make sure to subscribe and come back later because I make fire content on Bye Bye Dye. But for now, bye bye.